Terminal tackle I use for autumn pellet fishing is quite simple. Starting with the elastic itself, I use a white hydro elastic which is rated as 6 to 10s. Being a hollow, it pretty much does everything. It's good for skimmers, good for small carp, big carp. So great all-round elastic for that. Coming down to the actual main line, 017 main line, still quite a durable main line. And then just above the float, I've got 2 number 8 back shots, really important for keeping that rig very still. And then today we fished in about 4.5 foot of water. So I wanted a float that's going to sit there quite stable. So I've opted for 0.4 of a gram bobby float. Now this has got a 1.8mm tip in it. As you go into the winter, you might switch to say a slim, which has got a 1.5mm tip in, but I still like to have a pretty visual tip at this time of the year. Stem itself is a wire stem. If the conditions are perfect, you can use carbon, but if there's any sort of drift and skim on the water, wire just offers you a little bit more stability. Underneath the float, I've got 1 number 13 trimming shot just to fine tune that float. And then coming down the actual rig itself, I've got a bulk which is set about 9 inches from the actual hook, and that's just 5 number 8s. And then coming below that, I've got 1 number 9 dropper. Again, these are all cubes. You can use shot if you want because you're not really going to change this shotting pattern throughout the day. And I've got a loop-to-loop connection, and my hook length is 4 inches of 013 to a 16s SLWG. The actual top kit I like to use is the F1 kits. The reason for this, I just feel they've got the right amount of elastic in, so they're a little bit shorter than a normal standard kit. The fish come up a little bit closer, it just makes a lot easier to actually net the fish. And fishing wise, you know, you generally, if you're doing this style of fishing, you're not fishing at great length, so it's, you know, losing that little bit of extra length is not an issue.